Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most chilling and persistent mysteries of the 20th century. Picture this: the vast, unforgiving landscape of Antarctica, a continent of ice where temperatures plummet and blizzards can swallow you whole. For decades, whispers and theories have circulated about this desolate place, but one story stands out above all others: the legend of a secret Nazi base hidden beneath the ice. It sounds like something straight out of a Hollywood movie, right? But the roots of this story are surprisingly deep, tangled in historical events, declassified documents, and enduring speculation. The official story begins with Operation High Jump, a massive U.S. naval expedition to Antarctica in 1946, just after World War II. Led by the famous Admiral Richard E. Byrd, the mission officially aimed to establish a research base and test military equipment in extreme cold. But with over 4,700 men, a fleet of ships, and numerous aircraft, many have questioned if that was the whole story. Why such a massive military force for a scientific mission? This is where the narrative takes a dark turn. Conspiracy theories suggest that High Jump's true purpose was to locate and destroy a secret Nazi holdout, a base known as Base 211 or New Berlin. The story goes that during the war, German U-boats ferried high-ranking officials, scientists, and advanced technology to a hidden location in a region of Antarctica called Queen Maud Land, which the Nazis had claimed as New Swabia. They supposedly discovered a network of warm water caves and tunnels under the ice, a perfect sanctuary to continue their research and plan for a future resurgence. Could this be true? Let's look at the evidence. We know the Nazis had a keen interest in Antarctica, launching an expedition there in 1938. They mapped large areas and dropped swastika flags from planes. We also know that some high-ranking Nazis vanished without a trace after the war. Could they have escaped to this icy fortress? Proponents of the theory point to Admiral Byrd's own words upon his return. In an interview, he allegedly spoke of new enemies that could fly from pole to pole at incredible speeds. Was he referring to advanced Nazi aircraft? Perhaps saucer-like Haunebu flying discs, developed in secret under the ice? Imagine a team of modern-day explorers, armed with ground-penetrating radar and satellite imagery, finally pinpointing an anomaly deep beneath the Antarctic ice sheet. They drilled down, breaking through into a cavern that hasn't seen the light of day in nearly a century. What they find is staggering: a massive, self-contained facility, eerily preserved in the freezing temperatures. Hangars containing strange circular aircraft, unlike anything seen before. Laboratories filled with cryptic blueprints and equipment that seems far ahead of its time. And documents detailing projects that are terrifying in their ambition: experiments in advanced weaponry, genetics, and perhaps even technologies that defy our current understanding of physics. This isn't just a historical curiosity. The implications are massive. If the Nazis had developed such advanced technology, did they use it? Did it influence the Cold War? Are there still secrets buried down there waiting to be reactivated? The explorers would be in a race against time, not just against the collapsing ice and freezing temperatures, but against the shadows of history. Every corridor they explore, every artifact they uncover, would rewrite what we thought we knew about World War II and its aftermath. They might find evidence of contact with something else, Some theories even connect the Nazis' Antarctic interest with ancient myths and esoteric beliefs, suggesting they were searching for something more than just a place to hide. Let's pause for a moment and consider the sheer scale of such a discovery. It would be the archaeological find of the millennium. Historians would have to re-evaluate the final days of the Third Reich. Scientists would scramble to understand the technology found in the labs. And governments around the world would face a difficult question. What do you do with a discovery that could destabilize our entire understanding of modern history? The secrets buried under the ice wouldn't just be about the past. They could hold the key to technologies that could shape our future, for better or for worse. Of course, skeptics argue there's no concrete proof. They say the stories are a mix of post-war paranoia, misinterpreted reports, and pure fiction. Operation High Jump, they argue, was exactly what it claimed to be: a training and research mission. The strange flying objects Bird mentioned could have been a misinterpretation or an exaggeration to secure more military funding for polar defense. And the idea of a massive hidden base with thousands of people surviving for decades in the harshest environment on Earth seems scientifically improbable. The logistics of supplying such a base secretly for years would have been a monumental undertaking, even for the resourceful Nazi regime. But the mystery endures because tantalizing clues keep appearing. And declassified FBI files show that the agency investigated sightings of Nazi U-boats and high-ranking officials in South America long after the war, suggesting a well-organized escape network. Could Antarctica have been the final destination? The continent is still 98% covered by ice, much of it over a mile thick. We have mapped the surface of Mars more accurately than the landmass beneath Antarctica's ice sheet. Who knows what secrets are still buried down there, waiting for the ice to melt or for a determined explorer to find them. This story forces us to question the limits of what we believe is possible. It blurs the line between historical fact, conspiracy theory, and outright fantasy. It is a testament to our fascination with the unknown and the dark corners of our own history. The idea that a defeated empire could have built a secret city under the ice, continuing its work in the shadows, is both terrifying and captivating. It's a modern-day Atlantis myth, but with a swastika at its heart. What do you think? Is the story of a secret Nazi base in Antarctica a wild conspiracy? Or could there be a kernel of truth buried beneath the ice? If you were leading an expedition and stumbled upon this, what would be your first move? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. This is a story that continues to evolve, and every new piece of information just adds another layer to the mystery. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next exploration. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.